We'll be looking at attributes, and then three things I want you to know is that one, they are found in HTML tags. Two, they only appear at the start tag, and then three, they can have multiple attributes. So you're going to see how one attribute look like. So it's used to add more information to an HTML file. So these are the attribute, and an attribute actually looks like this one down here, and it's made up of the attribute name equal to sign and the value. There must be a quotation mark, a double quotation. So we will be looking at two attributes today: the anchor attribute, the ref attribute, and the style attribute. So the first one we're looking at is the ref attribute. So just after the video, practice it with your code editor on your phone, on the device. So the ref attribute is actually used to tell one where to go to in your HTML file. So you can have many HTML files. You can actually use the ref attributes to tell where you can go to. You used to move from one page to another. So it is we put the ref attribute is placed inside the anchor element. That's a element there, anchor element. It's called anchor element. So the anchor element holds the ref attributes. So you can also tell one to go to other external places, maybe other websites. You can put, for example, google.com. If you display the output, it's going to show that this actually is if you go to the output there, you see this. Now you see this blue sign. Although, so it's, if you click on it, if it's a real page and you click on it, it's going to take you to google.com. So you can actually save this file separately and then come back and then create another HTML file and put this file's name inside it. Don't worry, with time we'll look at other examples. But for now, and then make sure if you are saving the file, should be in either HTML, CSS, or JS extension. So that's for the ref attribute. So just know that it used to tell you where to go to. We'll take a look at it very well, maybe when creating a very responsive website. So the next one we're looking at is the style attribute. Style attribute is used to style things. Although the style elements, although the HTML is just a skeletal structure, you can also use the style sheet CSS to do all your stylings. But for here, this is called inline styling. So it's because the style can act as an attribute. That's why we are using it here. Let's say we have a paragraph here called "This is HTML language." This is a paragraph. This is the HTML language over there, and then we can put the style attribute. Remember, it will have the attribute name, which is style. The attribute is style with an equal to sign, and then put your double quotation. So inside this place is where we're going to have our value. So the value can be where you can change the color of this, you can change the font size and everything. So we'll do that. So for this second one, we'll be using this same style to draw a box. So we'll be drawing a box. Then for the next one, we'll be drawing a circle. For the next one, we'll be drawing a circle. So we're going to see how we're going to use style to do all these things. This is the output. We don't have anything yet, so we're going to put our style. Let's copy this style. You can rewrite it, but just copy it, and since we're using the same style attribute, put it inside this div here. So now let us start putting our values. Now for the first one, we're going to put text align. So there are many values in HTML and CSS. So for now, just let's take note of text align. First one, we're going to align the text align, put a colon, then put where you want it to be. Let's say it's at the center, you put, so if you display it, you see this text now is at the center. This is, so if you go back, let's maybe try to add another property. Always put, if you're adding two properties, always put a semicolon. Always put a semicolon if you're adding two properties. So now let us add another property, the color. Let's change the color. For now, let's use the word red. You can use color red. See, the color has changed. So we can also add another property. Let's try to increase the font size. Now add another property, font size. The font size. So let's increase it to 50 pixel px. 50 pixel, which is px. You can see how this style attribute works. So you can see everything here is changed. Now let us go back here to draw a box. And drawing a box, the box actually have the width, the height, and the background color. So these are the properties you use to draw a box. So the value inside the style attribute is going to be width. The width, if you can specify the value 200 pixel, let's use 200 pixel. The height, same 200 pixel. Then the background color, so background, let's use gray. So there's the box. So remember we used width, so the width, and then we use the height, the background color. Next, let's now draw the one of the circle. Now the circle is going to be the same thing, so we just copy all the property from the first style, the first div. Copy all the properties from there and paste it at the other part, and paste it here. The only thing we're going to add is the border radius, the radius of the box. So for the border radius, let's use an example. Say 100. Let's use 100 pixel for the border radius. 100 pixel. So if you come here, that is now what the circle. But to avoid errors, instead of using 100 pixel, just use 50% in terms of percentage. 50% instead of using 100 pixel. It is advisable to use 50%. So that is how to actually use the style attribute.